Music Fundamentals, Week 12, Integration. I'm Richard Freeman-Toole. Now, what's the first step in putting all this information into a package you can use to start playing music? Rather than begin with the nuts and bolts of the process, it might be beneficial to get an overview. In order to play a musical instrument, you have to link together a sequence of discrete action memories, i.e., first you do this, then you do this, then you do this. The process of installing these memories into a coherent cognitive unity requires systematic, patient application of a step-by-step process. Your brain remembers everything you do, and if you repeat one action, push down the middle C over and over, this memory gets thoroughly reinforced. Let's say that again. Your brain remembers everything you do. You can be hypnotized and remember things that happened to you the day you were born. So everything is in there waiting to help you out. And if you repeat one action, say this one, push down middle C, if you do that over and over, this memory gets thoroughly reinforced. If you intersperse your practice repetitions with alternate versions, mistakes, your brain will become confused and you will not reliably perform the action, push down the middle C key, you intend. Therefore, the predominant atmosphere of a practice session should be typified by multiple repetitions, 20 to 50, 20 to 100, not less than 15. I've done as many as 1,000 repetitions in a single practice session. You have to practice the section that you're practicing from beginning to end without interruption and without mistakes, which means slow enough that you can do it with no mistakes. If you make a mistake, it doesn't mean you're too stupid. It means you've taken too much and probably it's too fast. If you go slow enough, anybody can put together a strong chain of small memories. If you practice your mistakes, you get better and better at making your mistakes, which is what we don't want. Now here's the practice procedure that I teach all my students, and this is how I have achieved success getting people to learn music effectively, quickly, and solidly. First, this is for the piano, could be for anything. The right hand, learn the notes perfectly. No rhythm, no wrong notes, right in the fingering, so you know that this finger goes to that note every single time. Then you'll learn the rhythm out of context. Use a metronome, set the fastest rhythmic value, clap it perfectly. Then put the notes and rhythm together with the metronome, as slow as you have to get it perfectly with no mistakes. Then you follow the same procedure with the left hand. Now, for the piano, it's the left hand. For the saxophone, it might be the breathing. For the violin, it could be the bowing. But there's usually the two hands do two different things, and you can practice those two different things separately. In this case, you do the left hand, you'll learn the notes perfectly. No rhythm, but no wrong notes, right in the fingering. Go to the exact same note, the same finger every single time. Then learn the rhythm. Use a metronome, set it to the fastest rhythmic value, clap it perfectly, then put them together. Once again, set the metronome slow enough so you can do it with no mistakes. Now, just to guard against the easier said than done syndrome, let's go back and review how you learn the notes. How you learn the notes is you learn how to connect the notes on the staff with the notes on your instrument. We'll use the piano as the most easily accessible example, but please note that this procedure is analogous in any instrument. There's a direct correlation between the note on the staff and some lever or fret or lip position on your instrument. For the piano, it looks like this. All the notes are on the staff, and see we have little red letters on the keyboard there. For the saxophone, you have a fingering chart. For the guitar, you have a fretboard. In each case, there's a correlation between the note on the staff and some physical thing in space that you push press, or blow. Use the preceding chart. Figure out the first short sequence of notes. I recommend no more than 2 measures at a time. First, learn the names of the notes. Then learn where they are on your instrument. At this point, there will probably be a fingering issue. Decide on a fingering. Write it into the music. Finger the notes the same way every time. Then start running your repetitions. Every note in the proper sequence. If you misplace any note or fingering, do not fix it and go on. Go back and start over. Play the sequence until you can play the notes in the same order every single time. A hesitation or a return is a separate memory which messes you up and makes its way into the chain of memories you're trying to create for the piece. Learn the rhythm. As we have seen, every rhythm will have one division that is faster than all the others. Analyze your rhythm into groups of that fastest value. In this case, we have quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice with a metronome. Perform the rhythm perfectly by clapping or by some other means with no mistakes or hesitations. Gradually speed up. Learn the notes and rhythm. Once you have the notes in the proper sequence and the rhythmic divisions in the proper sequence, you have only to put them together. Of course, this is easier said than done, but still, if you work patiently and systematically through this process, you will find yourself building a chain of strong interlinked memories, which will result in a strong musical performance. Every short element of a piece of music is like a brick in a wall. Strong bricks eventually build a strong wall. Weak bricks end up being just a pile of bricks. I'll demonstrate this whole process in a very compressed form, but let's take the beginning of the famous Augsburger minuet that's in the Bach Anna Magdalena book. It goes like this. Now, from the beginning, let's learn the notes. The notes are this. This one, yeah, and reach down for that one. Doesn't have to be in time. As long as you play every single note exactly right. Do that about 20 times till you know exactly where each finger goes. Then you talk about rhythm. Now the fastest value in this piece is the 8th note. So we're going to make this beat right there 8th notes. It goes 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Faster. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do that until you have it exactly right. Then slow down again and try to put the notes with it. We'll do it really, really, really slow. People don't appreciate how slow they can practice. Ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can practice even slower than that. People don't appreciate how slow they can play. But if they can make themselves slow down, it instantly makes success. Okay? Learn the left hand in the same way. When you put it back together, slow down again. Okay. Now the next phrase goes like this. Do that, break that down in the same way 20 times each. Then do the whole thing 20 times each. Then do the first part that you practiced and the second part that you practiced. That's how you're going to make fast progress. That's how you're going to practice perfectly and have a chain of memories that's perfect, that won't abandon you when you're nervous up on stage trying to remember what you're supposed to do. You can't remember what you're supposed to do on stage. Your body, your nerves have to remember. So lots and lots of times is the way you get your muscles and nerves to remember what you've trained them to do carefully and patiently with infinite patience and many, 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 many repetitions.